Hello friends, in this podcast we are going to look at the pronunciation of some of the words, and the purpose of this podcast is to explain to you, to show to you that the pronunciation of the English words are very different from what you are from what it usually seems to be. So we are going to have a close look at some of the words. Let's take the example of the first word, breakfast. Breakfast is pronounced as breakfast. Both the vowels, the two vowels in break and fast are short vowels. It is breakfast, and break is self the stress, so it is going to be breakfast. Break is a louder, longer, and higher pitch. Breakfast, but it is made from the words break and fast. So the vowels in each of the word break and fast are long vowels. Break and fast. But when these two words are combined to make the word breakfast, the pronunciation becomes breakfast. So that is the mistake we usually make. We think that based on the pronunciation of the individual words, the word is going to be pronounced as breakfast, but that is wrong. So that was the example of the first word. Second word, let's take the example of nation and national. See, the word nation is pronounced as nation. But when we add al, we add suffix al at the end of this word, the word becomes national, and the pronunciation of the word is national. See, in nation it is a nation, and national it is a national. It's not national. National is the wrong pronunciation. So here also pronunciation changed. So whenever we are going to decide the pronunciation of a word, we decide it based on the suffix of the word. So always make a point, make it a note that when you are going to decide the pronunciation of a word, you need to focus on the end of the word. Okay, let's take the example of the word monkey and donkey. See, both are looks similar words, monkey and donky. Pronunciation of the word we usually know is monkey. So when we see the word donky, then we also think that the pronunciation is going to be donkey, which is wrong. Pronunciation of the word donky is donkey. See, one is monkey, second is donkey, and o. So this, in spite of the fact that both words look similar in spelling, the pronunciation is different. And that was the third example. Let's take another example. Fourth one, beauty, and bury. See, you vowel letter is there in the three words, and the pronunciation of the u letter is different in each word. Beauty is put, beauty is but, and bury is bury. Excuse me. So even though it seems that they are going to be pronounced with the same vowel, the vowel sound is different. Let's take another example. The word OF is pronounced as of, not of. The pronunciation of the letter F is V, as in vegetable, as in okay. So it is of, it's not of. And then the word NEPHEW, the pronunciation is nephew, it's not nephew. The PH is not pronounced as F, it's pronounced as O, nephew. And then the word COLONEL, it is pronounced as kernel. Though there is no R letter in the word COLONEL, it is the designation of in defense personnel. So there is no R sound, there is no R letter in this word, but the pronunciation is kernel. Okay. So these examples illustrate that the pronunciation of an English word might be completely different from the word, from the way it is spelled. That's why it is said that you cannot guess the pronunciation of an English word. You always have to refer to a dictionary. But there is a certain pattern. Most of the 90% of the words are going to follow that pattern. But see, it's not a very big task to know the pronunciation of each word. Once you start referring to the words in a dictionary, or when you listen to a word, always try to check in a dictionary. In that way, you are going to be sure of the pronunciation, and gradually you will keep building on vocabulary. So this podcast was to show you that how a pronunciation is going to be different from the spelling of the word. So you just need to be aware of this fact and try to, whenever you are going to use a word, or when you listen a word, try to focus on the pronunciation, how this was pronounced by a speaker, or how this is going to be pronounced in a dictionary. Thank you.